The woman's frozen body lay curled in the dark, her skin mummified by time, her hands stiff in death, but clutched between her fingers. A single deer-tooth pendant, carved with a precision no one thought possible 20,000 years ago. It wasn't just an ornament, it was a message. A key dot. In 2023, scientists extracted her DNA from that pendant, and what they found changed everything we thought we knew about the Ice Age. Because this woman wasn't a cave-dwelling survivor. She was part of something much bigger. A system, a network, a civilization. 20,000–6,000 years ago, Earth tried to erase humanity. A super ice age descended. Temperatures plummeted 15 degrees colder than today's harshest Arctic winters. Glaciers grew taller than skyscrapers, spreading across continents. Dust filled the skies thick, choking, and constant. The sun dimmed. The land died. Most species vanished. It was a perfect extinction storm, and yet humans didn't just endure it. They adapted. They evolved. They fought back with fire, with tools, with cooperation. At the Yana River site in northern Siberia, buried beneath ancient permafrost, researchers uncovered a mystery. 192 precision-carved bone needles, each one drilled with microscopic accuracy. Each one crafted from a specific animal for a specific purpose. Fox bones were used for flexibility, lynx bones for strength, hare bones for the finest, most delicate detail work. These weren't just tools, they were instruments of engineering. When examined under electron microscopes, the eye holes showed spiral drill patterns, evidence of technology so advanced, it mirrored techniques used in modern factories. These ice-aged humans didn't just stitch fur together, they tailored fitted clothing systems, undergarments, layered outer shells, insulated suits customized for life in sub-zero hell. They invented technical apparel 30,000 years before anyone thought to plant a seed. But that was only the beginning. At Dolní Věstonice in what is now the Czech Republic, they fired the world's first ceramics while woolly mammoths wandered past their doorways. They weren't just surviving, they were sculpting figurines with such detail, such precision. It rivals what Renaissance artists achieved tens of thousands of years later. And then, in Ukraine, came the discovery that defied all logic. At Mazaric, archaeologists found homes, not caves, not tents. Homes constructed from the bones of 149 mammoths. The structures stood 12 feet high and spanned over 40 feet in diameter. The walls were built from interlocking mammoth skulls and femurs, arranged in geometric patterns. Ivory joints were carved to fit together with such precision that not even a blade could slide between them. Mammoth tusks acted as pillars. Floors were suspended to allow airflow. They even engineered passive heating systems. These weren't emergency shelters, they were permanent. Occupied by multiple generations, repaired, expanded, lived in. To build just one of these houses, they had to hunt nearly 100 mammoths, whole bones weighing hundreds of pounds across miles of frozen wilderness, and understand complex physics: weight distribution, airflow, insulation. This was architecture. This was teamwork. This was civilization. But it wasn't isolated. Across Ice Age Europe and Asia, something else was unfolding. Something bigger. Archaeologists started tracing the origin of materials found at prehistoric sites, and what they uncovered was astonishing. Obsidian, tools from volcanic regions, appeared 300 miles from their source. Amber from the Baltic Sea made its way to the Black Sea. Mediterranean seashells were found in settlements near the English Channel. This wasn't coincidence. It wasn't migration. It was organized, long-distance trade, a vast prehistoric economy. Some of these journeys spanned over 3,000 miles. That's the distance from Turkey to Britain across rivers, mountains, and frozen plains. Someone collected those shells, someone transported them, someone traded them, and someone else wore them as identity. Which brings us back to the pendant. That deer tooth wasn't just beautiful, it was worn smooth from use. It was personal. It was symbolic. And when scientists extracted DNA from its porous interior, they found the woman who wore it. Her genetic code linked her to people across northern Eurasia, from Siberia to Central Europe. from the icy north to the mountain south. That pendant was her passport, her badge, her message to any stranger she met. I belong. I am part of something greater. Because Ice Age humans had figured out a secret most civilizations still struggle with today: when people work together, they don't just survive, they thrive. We once thought Neanderthals and Denisovans disappeared because we outcompeted them, that we were stronger or smarter. But the truth is more profound. Neanderthals had bigger brains, stronger bodies. They were excellent hunters, and yet they died out. Why? Because they stayed in small closed groups. They didn't share. They didn't network. They didn't cooperate. Modern humans built alliances between strangers. When one group's hunting grounds froze, others took them in. When one region ran out of tool materials, others sent help. That cooperation became a superpower. At Mammoth kill sites, archaeologists found butchering marks from multiple cultural traditions, different groups working together. Cave art shows blended styles passed between regions. Technologies spread fast across enormous distances. And it didn't stop with tools. Recent genetic studies revealed something almost unbelievable. Ice Age humans evolved in real time. In just a few centuries, they developed enhanced lungs for thin, frigid air, improved circulation to hands and feet, and mitochondrial changes that allowed their bodies to extract more energy from less food. While Neanderthals required 40% more calories to maintain their bulky frames, humans downsized, smaller bodies, sharper minds, more efficient systems. They literally reprogrammed their biology to survive. At Qesem Cave in Israel, they built fires reaching 500 degrees Celsius, not just for warmth, but for chemistry. They heated birch bark into waterproof glue, processed fibers for ropes and garments, preserved deer marrow inside sealed bones for up to 9 weeks. They understood seasonal patterns. They predicted the freeze. They planned their food strategy months in advance. This wasn't instinct, it was data, knowledge, science. While the world turned to ice, they created the first supply chains, the first labs, the first cities, the first networks, and through it all, they chose something radical. They chose to share. That's what set them apart. Not just tools, not just fire, but cooperation, the ability to trust people outside their own bloodline. To help strangers. To form networks that could stretch across a continent. That was humanity's first true civilization. The woman with the deer-tooth pendant was part of it. Her DNA proves it. Her pendant proves it. That frozen artifact wasn't just jewelry. It was proof that 20,000 years ago, we understood something vital, that we are strongest together. That survival is a shared task. That civilization doesn't start with cities or farming or writing. It starts with empathy, with alliances, with the courage to trust. And when the last glacial maximum tried to wipe us out, we didn't vanish. We became who we are. So when the world turns cold again, whether from climate or conflict, remember her, the woman in the cave, still holding her pendant, still whispering the message. We survived the impossible, because we didn't face it alone.